What's this? Get it. Go get it. I'm going to wait for a few people to jump on. Hi. Do you want that? Go get it. No, don't like that one? Good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Can you hear me okay? I want to make sure my phone is working properly and I have sound. Yes, I have sound. Okay, perfect. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Let's play a little game. Guess who this is? Who can guess who this little guy is? Come here. No fair, Colleen and Faith. You already knew he was coming. Yes, that's puppy Drizzy Drizzle. Yes, it is. All grown up. What? No, you scared them away, I promise. You scared them away. Drizzy, Drizzy, Drizzy. Dizzy, Drizzy. Should have been named Bambi because he looks like a little deer with those ears. For those of you who may remember Drizzy, we saw a plea, urgent dogs, for this puppy. Alexa, volume down. We saw a plea for a puppy that was stated to be hit by car, urgent, about to be euthanized. We had inquired and they said that he had rescue. So we put ourselves as backup. And then we got a message from the shelter that he was ready to be picked up. And we were like, well, what do you mean? We thought he had rescue. And they said the rescue that had their hold dropped their hold. So now he needs rescue. So I went down to Miami-Dade to get him. Got him out of the cage in the back where there is nobody looking at him. Nobody can go back there because basically they're just getting ready to euthanize all those dogs in the back. And brought him out to the car, and before I started the video, I took a good look at him, and I immediately called Amy and said, he's in, really bad shape. I could see that he had bruising all over his abdomen. What are you doing, Driz? He's like, the treats are up here. I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid. I know what's up there. Come here. He had bruising all over his abdomen, and at that time when we pulled him, he was totally blind. I could tell he could not see me at all. But he was the happiest little puppy, even with all of that going on. He was giving me kisses in the car, and his tail was wagging. We brought him to our doctor, Dr. Carlos in Hallandale, to check him out. He immediately did an x-ray where we saw the extensive damage that was going on with him. And he said it was way out of what he would be able to do, that he needed 24-hour care. So I then rushed him to 24-hour hospital, Coral Springs. Basically, what he had going on, other than not being able to see at that moment, it's okay because of what? Oh my goodness. He had a. Oh, I know you heard the door. He had a diaphragmatic hernia. Hi. It was Amy. Look, yes.
What is that? Hi. Big boy. Hi, Driz. What are you doing? You waited for me. Hi, guys. Oh, my.
Amy and Carol are here. Look, go say hi.
You made it through, didn't you? Yes. Are you still alive? Hi there, Dad.
Hey, how are you?
Great to see you.
Good to see you.
How's it going?
Good.
Yeah.
Hi, baby boy.
How are
Hey,
you?
good.
Nice to
So
see
he's
you.
like as
you.
crazy as our Riley.
No,
Royal.
Well, Riley does make him crazy, so.
he's a boy. He's a good puppy. He's an angel.
So back to the story. He had a diaphragmatic hernia. So all of his organs were pushed through his diaphragm and up, collapsing his lungs. And then he also had a pelvic hernia tear, so his bladder was down in his pelvic area. So Coral Springs rushed him into surgery. They repaired both the pelvic tear and the diaphragmatic hernia, put everything back where it belonged.
This was a simple puppy we were trying to save for Miami-Dade. And nobody thought they could save him.
And clearly from his injuries, he was not hit by a car. That was trauma. He was most likely kicked in the stomach and beaten. And luckily, the surgery was a huge success. He got his vision back. Yes, he did. He went and stayed with Faith for a few days after he was released from the hospital. And then he came to my house, and he spent a couple months at my house learning how to be a puppy, playing with Cloud and Gunner, and just having a good old time. And then this wonderful couple, previous adopters of ours that have our puppy Riley, who was super fearful and very timid and completely scared of her own shadow.
Strangers.
Yeah, they have Riley. Riley Royal.
That Kristen had fostered. Remember, she peed herself.
And reached out. She wanted to meet Drizzy, so she came here and met him and fell in love. And
You guys are the best.
this was not an easy adoption. This is, I have to thank you guys for sticking it out and for allowing me to do it the way that we did it. She was yelling at me going,
Like,
come on now.
How
I'm
many
like,
times do you have to bring a puppy to a house?
I'm like, it's
I have
gonna
8
work.
million people that want him. Is it a go or not?
I'm
and
like-
I'm like, all right, he's in your house. If you can deal with it, then okay.
They're getting there. Yes.
It was, I knew it would be perfect.
But you still can't let them play outside.
This water.
Daddy had an immediate bond with him. The first time I brought Drizzy over the house, he lifted him up in his lap. He was laughing and giggling.
Daddy's a sucker.
So I
We
knew,
love Daddy.
I didn't even tell him she was coming.
I just knew. I knew this was the right home for him, and it just was going to take a little bit extra to get him in the home. So we did several meet and greets. I brought Drizzy over at least 4 or 5 times for play dates with Riley. And we did it slowly. Right? Yes, we did. We did it slowly. And after, I think, the 5th time at the house, and then they brought Riley here one time, actually, out of her comfort zone to meet him here and see how they did. And then we finally said, okay, it's a weekend, everybody's home, take him home, see how he does. And he's been there ever since.
Wow, you look rough. Did you have a puppy at your house last night?
What was that?
I wasn't going to she typed it this morning. She's tired.
You mean the puppy you hear? No, I'm not turning this around.
Thank God
Yeah.
he's adopted.
So He finally went home after the 5th meet and greet. He's been there ever since. All of a sudden, his ears stood up out of nowhere.
Love the ears. He's the best.
He plays with Riley. Probably like 45 pounds.
Really? What is he weighing right now? 25. Oh, wow.
Oh,
He looks like a deer.
He looks like a deer.
yeah, he does.
I'm like, if you painted spots on his side, he'd look like a baby deer. He's got peripheral issues with his sight still. He can see, he gets around, but we think he's got some peripheral issues. So like if something goes by the side of his head or over his head, he doesn't catch it. But he can see for sure.
So wound up, boy.
You hear all
What you doing? That's my baby boy. That's my baby boy. He has gotten big and his ears stood up. He's got his sister Riley at home that he plays with constantly, nonstop. Mommy is home 24/7. He's got daddy to roughhouse with. 2 teenage boys that he loves and he follows. Your one son, you said he follows like his shadow. Sleeps with him. Follows him around. He's his shadow. Huge, huge backyard to play in. Surprisingly, doesn't go in the pool. Do you remember how much he loved the pool, Carol?
Yeah.
And even the water bowls and stuff? He's afraid of water now, they said.
That's weird. Well, maybe because the pool's so big. No, we have a little one.
They have a kiddie pool, too.
He won't even stay for a bath anymore. Yeah, he'll start whimpering.
Yeah. He loved it.
Hey, come here.
What happened?
Yeah.
Is that Dalton?
No, that's the puppy.
That's the puppy?
That's the puppy.
Was the puppy like that all night?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Hi.
That's why Tiffany looks like that.
Oh my gosh.
Hi. Oh, he goes to bed at 9:30. He's out like a
Are you
light.
kidding me with that puppy?
No.
I would shoot myself.
We're just talking about that.
Oh my god.
I said, can I have my coffee with a side of Xanax, please?
Oh my goodness.
Hi, baby boy. That'll fit.
There you go.
Here you go.
No.
Wow.
Look at how handsome Drizzy is.
Put the tag on, huh?
Look at how handsome.
She needs her own tag. This is our tag.
I know, but
Yeah.
I'd rather have that on than nothing.
Oh, I know. I know you hear. I know.
My tag back.
Where's your sloth? Where's your sloth?
That's a mark.
Look at the ears.
You know what a mark
Look at the ears.
is a special
Can't flip over his
Ears.
head.
So,
Oh, he backed out once on the other
There you
end.
go.
Yeah,
That's
backed
why.
right out.
you can't.
Come here.
Come here.
But
Yeah.
you don't leave it on it. Only to take it out
See?
because he can get caught. Can't go to his head.
So that's like a harness.
Well, it's just a collar, but he can't get out of it.
But it tightens so he can't get out of
Can't
it.
go over. It's all I have. It's better than what he had
Oh
on.
my god.
Right. So you want to make sure that you take that off when you're not home.
Ears for days.
So that you get caught.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Look at those ears.
Get caught.
Look at
Go
those
outside when you're
ears.
outside walking.
Yeah.
As soon as you get home, get it off.
Yeah,
Right,
when you're
right.
walking him, he can't slip out of it.
Yeah. No, he sometimes gets like a bronking,
Yeah.
a bucky bronco.
Yeah, well,
Hi, baby boy. Hi, baby boy. No.
They are coming back for that puppy, right?
Hi, baby boy. Hi, baby boy. I know. I know.
It's a chocolate lab. It's
Who is it?
beautiful.
Rolo?
Rolo.
That's Rolo?
That's
When
Rolo.
are they coming back?
Tuesday.
Tuesday? You're babysitting till Tuesday?
She's off tomorrow, so she can.
So what?
Sleep all
You
day.
gotta take a lot of drugs.
He's afraid of my dogs, so I can't have him with him.
Who else could foster him?
And he can't be alone, and he can't be in a pen.
Oh.
That's why Christine's a mess, because she had him in her house.
Come
I
here.
can't do this. Can
Hi,
you-
baby.
All right.
Do you want to take over videoing duty so I can kiss the his eyes?
I
Just
give,
don't get me on
Now
it.
show everybody.
I give you that privilege. Huh?
Show everybody what Tiffany looks like.
Hey,
No.
Tiff, say hi. This is Tiffany because she's tired and hasn't slept because of puppy Rolo. Puppy Rolo, who is now Murphy, adopted, and they had a trip planned, so we said we would watch him. And Tiffany's the one that stepped up, and she's like, I love cuddly puppies. Not like Bobby, is he?
Not like Bobby, not like Drizzy.
Or Bocce. Oh my
Drizzy
God.
was an angel.
Drizzy was not a cuddler at first.
No,
He is now.
no, but he was an angel in the
Yeah.
house. He
Except
got
you
along
would-
with my dog.
Right.
He played with Cloud. He followed me.
Come here,
around.
Driz. You know what time it
He
is?
learned the routine.
Drizzy.
He went to bed at 9:30.
He listened. He came to Drizzy, so.
So many people around him. Yes, this is called our rescue team.
Come here.
And this is Amy and Carol and his new mommy and daddy and Tiffany.
I know.
And he loves it.
I kiss your eyes. Yes, I do, because I love you. I miss you.
Ears. He has shepherd ears all the way.
Yeah.
I know. No, I don't want to be held. I still don't want to be held. That hasn't changed.
See, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Although mommy carries him around. And so,
Oh, yeah.
right?
He gives you like 30
seconds.
Even
Drizzy.
like Daddy. Daddy picked him up before and he lay there and just looked at him and you could see his brain
Yeah.
going, I'm going to
Clocking
lay here
his
for
head.
30 seconds and then that's it.
I know Tiffany did her whole spiel, and basically, guys, you look at this beautiful puppy, and when we rescued him, he was nothing but, he'd fit in the palm of our hands. There was no interest at the Miami-Dade Kill Shelter. Our regular vet said it is something he cannot do. Took him to Coral Springs. It cost our organization a fortune of thousands of dollars to put him back together again. And due to the fact of being kicked or beaten is, yeah. No, he's not. He's just cuckoo. No.
Seems like it right now.
He never was, even after
He's
the,
never skittish.
the
He's the most independent
Yep.
puppy.
Like he is right now. No, he just wants.
He's got a lot
he's
going
got
on.
all over the place. Congratulations, you two, again. I would say welcome to the family, but that's old news, so thank you, both of you, for opening up your home and heart again. There's no greater feeling when we get a repeat of an adopter, when we know how amazing they are and how loved and spoiled.
Well, and adopters that are willing to do what
Exactly,
they
they do. They take the
to
tough
get
ones.
him in the home.
You don't take the easy ones, that's for sure.
And we'll be back.
And we'll be back for another one soon.
He looks so much like a baby deer.
I
I
know.
know.
If you saw him like in the backyard.
What you doing?
That's my neighbor calls him Bambi. Really, Bambi?
All right, guys, we're going to sign off. Drizzy's home, officially. He's neutered. He's up to date on everything. He's perfect. Daddy, you want to give him a cradle and see what he does with you?
He'll come
Is he
here.
going to let you? No? Let's see what he does with Daddy. Oh, that's a Daddy. That's a Daddy's boy. Hi, ears. Look at that long, gorgeous body.
Ears.
The legs.
That's it. 100 plus abandoned dogs of Everglades, Florida. Drizzy's home. Happy Gotcha Day, Drizzy.